podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to season 23. We're excited to get into week 1 here. I'm joined by the evergreen Velocity Volt and Artsky Doo. How you both?
Oh my god, podcast.
And welcoming back our battle analyzer, Cake. Welcome back,
Hello.
Cake.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here. Probably a little more often than this season than in the past.
Perfect. You'll love to hear it.
I did, and now I have a job. In a couple weeks, I start a job where it's like 5 minutes from my house, so it's great.
Oh, nice.
So even if I have to stay up a little for podcasts, it's not a big deal.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Let's get into the Buggo comic. All right. I think I'll be Weedle today. If everyone wants to take Caterpie and another person wants to take Low Kicks.
I'll be low kicks.
Yeah, I can do Caterpie.
All right, guys, I have some great news. I just secured an interview with L2's number 10 Pokemon on the leaderboard in head Buggo of the Brigade, Low Kicks.
Wow, nice. Mr. Low Kicks, can you show off your most powerful technique?
No problem. Watch me closely and be sure to take notes.
I don't think he's coming back, guys.
Maybe having him show off his famous U-turn wasn't the brightest idea.
That's so
It's
good.
really good. It's really, really good. Hey.
I picked this one. Because get some highlight on the new blood in the league, and also it was just a good battle. So
Apparently, Art, you're pretty quiet.
See the T-Wave coming out into immediate immunity.
Oh, SmackDown. We love that tech.
Ooh, we do love that tech. There was some fun tech this week, I will say.
there was some good stuff out there.
Wait, am I seeing Tom not running offensive Ting Lu?
It
Is this even the Tom that I know?
I know, isn't it crazy?
Hopefully it'll be better now.
He does love naming this thing Scoop Dog.
Yippee!
What are we doing?
We're faking it out, you know? Getting our
I
booster
guess.
energy going.
Okay. Round 3 legend.
Flash
Oh
King.
my goodness.
I thought we were just gonna see a heavy slam.
I mean, I appreciate Tom's doing some setup for something down the road here, but
But now he's all gooey.
Well, I was gonna say the
It's-
bigger problem is with this thing still on the field. I mean, I didn't look to go ahead and see what the preview Terra was for Dragonite. If we want to scroll back up for that really quick.
That is true. We do have the preview, so we can go
Terra
look.
Ghost.
He's Ghost.
Fun
Alright,
fun
so
fact,
you
both
can-
of them are Ghost.
Stellar Crown.
Wow.
I love offensive Terra Ghost.
Offensive Terra Ghost is very strong.
Oh, red card, we love it. Unfortunately, that did
Thank
not
you,
work
red
out.
card.
Thank you, card.
very, very cool.
The number of times I see red card backfire is insane. Oh my god, oh my god. The glare.
And it's a special
Oh,
attacking.
the scorching sands.
The Intimidate drop did not do much.
At this point, the paralysis is pretty much null and void outside of, like, you know, the legitimate full para attempts.
The first attempt at the Arbok.
Ooh.
We get
my
to see
God.
some Arbok action, which is always fun.
While epic, for the glare, I was expecting more.
You know, it's around 12. We're being silly. It's, you know, a valid attempt.
Tom really hyped it up.
I don't know why he hyped it up, but
A fun mon.
maybe we'll have to see in the upcoming weeks. Super power.
Oh, uh-oh.
Wait, it's super power draining kiss? Oh, mixed action? And Terror Blast.
It is. Mixed in hell.
And Dragonite out of here showing why he is him.
He's still that guy. But that's our first game of Skyson versus Tom. I think the hazard control kind of did a lot here.
It
With,
definitely plays a part.
Skyson not having
Yep.
any removal.
Goes to show how much hazards matter in these battles.
Indeed.
Up next, we got Sot versus Sal. Who picked this battle and why?
I picked this battle because it's just a good battle. But also, look at Sal's team. What a demonic team.
It is
What the
very
f-
intimidating to look at.
What the fuck?
Holy.
But yeah, I just thought this would be a fun battle to analyze and kind of break down of what
Yeah,
could have
but
gone differently
The
because
Overquill.
I'm seeing a lot of Overquill love this season.
He's just cool.
Alright, well,
I feel like it's one of those mons that, like, the last couple seasons, there were people here and there that were like, yeah, Overquill, it's a viable pick, but now I'm really feeling like people are starting to come around towards it.
we'll get into it and see how it goes. I turn one Intimidate.
Terra Ground on the Salamence. And
Terra Electric on the D-Knight.
Electric on the D-Knight.
Dragonite already being captain for not normal twice.
It was not normal type in all 3 games it was brought this week.
Sometimes,
Everybody always talks about it being normal. Like, oh, you Terra captain, so you be normal. E-speed, E-speed.
Yeah, well, E-Speed Killer's a good set, but, like, it's not the only set, and I think people
No,
are
no,
starting
no.
to
I wasn't
realize-
saying it wasn't. I didn't mean it was the only set. I just mean it's. You hear about
I
it
think
a lot.
it's
and it didn't come
I
at
think it's a
all.
big deal. I think that set's just a big deal that you're forced to prep for it, but like it opens Dragonite to be able to abuse other stuff.
Mhm. Like, for me this week, the bigger thing is, like, Terra Captaining Dragonite in previous seasons without Terra Preview.
Oh, not getting staticked. Lucky.
So true. Meant that you kind of had to, like, always be thinking about it, like, oh, is this E-Speed Killer, like, what is this kind of coming through? But right off the rip in my game against Smarmy this season, or this week, I was able to be like, alright, well, it's not Terra Normal. So the chance of it being, like, full-in E-Speed Killer is lower.
True.
And I was able to kind of play around it a little bit differently than I would have normally. Now, it doesn't mean it doesn't have E-Speed, because it could, but that E-Speed isn't going to be hitting for, like, 50% of something's health now.
This Overquill is huge.
Yeah, setting
Good
the
numbers.
spikes and getting the chip that it did was
Goodbye.
great.
Goodbye, Gengar. Oh god. It's so scary to have to switch on a Dragonite.
And we knew it was Terra Electric, so
It's so...
Ooh.
No! Super!
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh!
well, at the very minimum, he was able to proc the multi-scale, but We'll see if it
Oh,
matters.
Oh,
he did get it
so
off,
good.
but he did low kick
Yeah.
that fucking.
Goes for the confusion, doesn't get it.
And there's the terror
Oh,
ground.
Oh shit, it's actually huge. Oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that did so
jeez.
much.
It
Oh,
did.
that did so much.
Get the Moxie boost, we're going. And low kick again.
Holy. And we're back to low kick.
Dude, the double low kick monster. It's crazy.
Low kicks, am I right?
I mean, I realize he was probably choice.
Oh no,
hence
Ronald.
The switch, but just throwing away Ronald kind of feels bad when I feel like you could have definitely preserved some form of differential here.
I
And you get back
don't
to it
think
if
he
you chose?
expected to get the loss of his SPDF stat.
Yeah,
Very close battle though.
was.
Cinderace showing why it's such a great cleaner at the end.
Yeah, I feel like Cinderace is just valuable at all points in the game,
It does
which
seem really good.
isn't something you can say about everyone. Up next. Yep, go ahead. Kate.
Welcome. Oh, go ahead, Cake.
Oh no, Sot just said something in chat, and I was gonna be like, "Oh, the U-turn, or you may have meant to hit U-turn, but the low kick was hype."
Alright, well, up next we got Australian Ryan versus Shader. Who picked this? Any particular reason? Anything you want to highlight before we get into it?
Yeah, it was me. Welcome back, Australian Ryan. Great to fucking see you. Holy fuck, that Hydrapple set is legendary. This will go down in
Oh,
all of
no.
time.
Yeah.
I can't believe Mustard got beat to a set like this on the podcast. This is so fucked up. It's
Drop a drag out.
and immune. Get ferried.
Well, so we're gonna see here with the special attack drop that we're eject button.
It's a eject
Or eject
button.
pack, I mean.
Eject pack, yeah.
Yeah. So it was obviously Draco eject. But
So I team build with Australian Ryan, and he sent me that set, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever!"
so we were watching it and we noticed the interaction that's gonna be coming up pretty soon, and we were like, it works like that? And sure fucking enough, it worked like that.
I knew it works like that because Mustard's been talking about it for the last 3 months. Stuff like this.
No.
Ooh, the double miss
Ooh, the
turns.
Thunderwave missed is
Recycle.
awful.
It's so fucked up. We are recycling though.
And then it triggers Regenerator. Oh, it's beautiful.
It is really fucking good.
It really just allows you to just spam those huge moves if you can get a free turn here and there.
God, Shader cannot buy one.
Speaking
though.
of free turns, there's 3 free turns so far.
Shader cannot catch a break.
Oh shit, it's Joey.
Oh my god, he's back.
Ursaluna about to do Ursaluna things.
Kaboom.
Yep.
The casual choose who dies mom. Ooh,
Oh,
there's
and
4.
Another miss. He
Yeah.
cannot buy one, man.
Man, how in the world did Australian Ryan get Ursaluna, Meowscarada, and Deoxys speed on his team? Like, what?
The extra
happened?
speed was around 5 at that. Like, I don't even think you wanted it.
Yo, the Steel Terra lives. The Steel Terra lives.
I forgot that the Titan was the
Titans captain.
Terra.
Citrus Berry. It's
My name is Joey.
Yikes, a crit.
Oh my god.
Wong. Protective pads.
Actually protective pads. Holy.
Yeah, the RNG aspect was one of the reasons I almost didn't feature this battle, but I couldn't not bring it with that Hydrapple running around.
The Hydra Apple is pretty sick. Alright,
I love it.
up next we got Armin versus Rex. Anything you guys want to highlight? / who picked this battle and why?
Is this mine, Evan? I can't remember.
That's you, brother. I have Piss Incarnate or whatever the fuck.
Oh,
you named
Right. Anyway, yeah, I picked this one because I think Meloetta actually does something cool in this battle, and I don't think we see that very often. So I picked it for Meloetta.
I feel like I haven't seen a Meloetta in like 12 seasons.
Yeah, we used to see a lot of AV Meloetta back in like Gen 7.
Oh, we'll get into it. Physical Darkrai.
Mm-hmm.
With the Rock Slide crit. Hold on,
I've said physical Darkrai is legit.
God, I love this Petrarunt set as well.
It is a good one. He's got his Malignant Chain. You don't see that very often on Petrarunt.
You know
What is with the
Hardened
citrus
shot.
berries?
You baited me to think this is something else.
You'll see it in a second. It's the fucking Terra, brother. It's his Terra Captain.
I know.
Dude, not only berries were just highly prevalent this week. Like in
Yeah,
my
but
battle,
citrus berries?
yeah, there was like several citrus, several
Wait.
type resists.
That was
People
the
just run around
second
with
citrus
berries.
berries we saw in the replays alone.
Yeah,
It's crazy, man.
People be berry pilled nowadays.
Oh, Armin got.
No.
Mhm.
Oh, use Premier Spin Blocker Dragapult.
The defense increase is not a good sign for that hex damage.
It's not looking good. Alright, we got the
Ooh.
Oh no,
Oh,
it matters! It's a real thing!
Also, what's with everyone running Hex this week too? I felt
I
like
think people have just come to realize that, like, because there's so much status slinging going around, that like Hex is just more consistent these days.
I do like this part too, where the fucking Iron Hands comes in, eats the wish, and gets healed for like fucking 30. It's
Which is
Holy
based off
shit.
of the character's HP that used it, so
no, I know, it just looks funny.
he's a big chonky boy.
Mer person.
Hey,
I
Armin
s-
finally got
I-
the clear hazards.
Finally got the spin off.
I saw the double relic song thing, and I'm like, what is happening? Why if we're just attacking with relic song, did we are we like using like why are we attacking with relic song for just special attack? Is like what I was
the great
thinking at this
move.
point. Like, and then it uses psychic, and I'm like, did Rex just like forget how this Pokemon works?
Yeah, you just jump back and forth between the two forms. It's great.
You know, so you become faster, but you become physical, and then you become slower, and you become special. You know, it's great.
Oh my god, that thing ate that.
It was a no sun walking wake, so
Yeah, but still.
without
No
sun,
way.
it's only 80 base power, right? With stab.
Oh, no Malignant Chain, Prog?
I don't think there's a malignant chain proc in this game.
I mean,
Were they running? What's the item that
Covert cloak?
makes? Yeah.
I don't
Or,
think
yeah,
so.
Covert Cloak.
maybe.
he's hit multiple. So the thing is, right? I would understand if one of them had Clover Cloak, but he's hit multiple things. None of them have gotten Malignant Chained.
It was 3 or 4 different mons that he hit.
Wow, you did
Yeah.
protect there.
And one of them we saw the
no.
assault vest that he hit, and it didn't have it, so.
Yeah.
Here's
I mean,
another
that's
chain,
the
no
last
chain.
Malignant Chain, and it still doesn't
Oh
happen.
my
Like,
god.
what is happening?
Terrible, Mon. Terrible.
There's still
Mon.
2 chains left, but.
2 chains already? Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, he used
Nah,
6
looks like my
chains and
beloved.
didn't get a single poison.
One was a meme though, right?
All right, we're back.
That's true. One
Spamming
was.
relic song.
Back in business for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, Terra Normal though is pretty cool on that Pokemon.
It is. It's neat. Oh, and it's gone.
I'm sorry. One second. I have to check.
Like if I was like Specs Hyper Voice with Terra Normal, that'd be pretty epic.
We're wishing and we're protecting.
So I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What Terra types are you allowed to run on Meloetta?
Normal psychic, because that is its base form.
I would
Okay.
agree with that.
Yeah, that's fair. I just
It does
I don't know.
technically have fighting type when it's in its other form. Can you only use said Terras in said form? Like, do you have to set up for fighting and then you can go fighting and stay?
No.
yeah.
Unless you want to bring that up to the commission and
Rules-
see if that
rules
comes out.
analysts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Scramble
never
the
thought of
fighter
that until
jets.
just now, but technically it is all 3 forms or types.
Okay, the
This guy has
Clefable
to be covert.
had to have covert cloak.
There's no way you lose that many
I
50-50s.
mean, they're
And there's no
flips.
way you just leave Clefable in on a Petarant unless like
It does-
you were
it does
specifically
feel like you're
prepared
pretty-
for it.
You're pretty confident that you're not about to get confused. I would agree with I-90 that it's what you're built, what it is in Team Builder is what you get to Terra into.
Yeah.
You can't put a Terra on Ditto assuming you're gonna turn into something else. Ditto is just normal.
Although bringing
Ditto
a Ditto against like a Dragonite and being Terra normal if they have speed is kind of a cook.
Ditto owners. I'd like to see some normal Terras go crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember the last time I saw just like a Wish Protect fat Clefable do this much work.
It is just walling. Oh, goodbye, Norbert. Ammo Swine, no!
Dude, he's so strong.
Miss that mon so much.
Wait, it was unaware boots, and he just happened to get that lucky. Oh my god!
That's crazy. Coin flips.
Yeah, so he went 0 for 8 for Malignant Chains legitimately.
This is.
Besides the
This
one
is-
immunity.
I mean, and I was thinking it was Magic Guard. I was thinking it was Magic Guard Covert Cloak.
When I say immune, I meant he protected it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant too when I said immunity earlier. That's what got it in your head.
And unfortunately, does the mammal come in and just die
because
to...
Armin got this unlucky, does that mean he's gonna get like super lucky next week, or is it Rex that's gonna get hit bad with the?
Oh, it goes the
Terra?
other way. Yeah, I don't know.
So I hope it's Rex gets hit bad with the RNG.
Everything gets poisoned and confused.
I wonder who's facing Rex this week.
We'll find out after the battles.
Ominous,
Oh,
ominous.
True.
I hope it's me.
Speaking of ominous things, we got Cake versus Luke up next. Cake, you want to talk about this battle at all?
I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it happened.
Who picked this battle and why?
I picked this battle after I asked Cake if he was going to be on the podcast this week. Also, he named Belly Bolt like Piss Incarnate, so I thought that was really funny.
Oh, Clodsire's a guy. Look at him.
Yeah, he's a 3D boy now.
He
Yeah,
got-
but he's
you
also
got
very
turned into a
unhappy. He's
guy.
also very unhappy now. If you switch
Let's
sides.
Switch sides.
Oh, he is
Oh,
unhappy. No,
no.
He used to be so happy. What happened?
He's seen some shit, man.
No, Put him back. Revert this right now.
Claude Sire after he watches
He was-
Zigmudo Terra water the Tox effects for the 17th time.
Alright, well, we'll get into it. Strong start. A gentleman's U-turn.
He's so sad.
Oh,
Look
he's
at him.
extra sad now.
I know. I was like, it's all your fault for burning him. That's why
Don't
you
bully him.
He can't even hit.
This was an epic bring from Luca because like 90% of like Clodsire sets like cannot touch this Metagross, so it forces like a switch.
Right.
I mean, you can touch it if you break the balloon, but you have to get there first.
Thanks, Evan. It is Piss Incarnate. There he is.
And he no longer has
More
his
covert
pig's cloak.
No, I can't watch Clodsire battles anymore. Switch it back. I don't want to look at his face anymore.
There you go.
He looks so happy from this angle.
I can pretend he's happy.
Just chucking status. That's all we do nowadays. We throw status everywhere.
Oh, no more healing. Para to heal block. Para, burn. Para, heal block. Para.
Toxic.
Belly bolt.
That's what we call. That's what we call setting up for the win condition.
Recover.
He really did. He really did piss on the Yuxi.
Yes.
Watching this battle, there's a moment later where I'm like, why isn't he just clicking Shadow Ball? I feel like that'd just be better here. And the answer is you have Hex and the thing isn't status, but we come to find that out later. I think it's actually right here where I was like, why isn't he just clicking Shadow Ball to get the special defense drop? It's like, not like burning it's gonna do that much, and then, as it turns out, burning it will do that much.
We'll do a lot.
Hex matters.
No, it's still got a status.
Sinistra doing what Sinistra does. I think.
There's so much hex.
There's so much hexing.
There's a reason I said a lot of people ran it this week.
Yeah, I sort of had to realize Clodsire wasn't doing a whole lot this match, and I was like, all right.
You're like, he's done. He's going home. He needs a break.
Yep. As long as that Metagross still was like, hey, if I wasn't able to break that balloon, the Clodsire was useless.
Holy shit.
Holy.
God, that's
But I was
Yo, the berry. Oh.
I was starting to break
Unlucky.
through, and I was like, all right, like,
Was
we
it
might still have a chance.
Were you max speed Blitzkin? Was it a speed tie?
I was adamant max speed,
Okay, so
so I don't know.
if he was timid,
But
he
yeah,
was
the
faster.
moment I saw that this was paralyzed, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I won. All right, no issues. And then I started like losing my special attack, and I'm like, wait, this isn't good.
Yeah,
And then he
crit?
crits me, and I'm like,
Shit.
mind broken.
Oh.
And I go and I'm like, he's just gonna moonblast, right? I'm fine. This is fine. We're gonna kill him. And then he thunderbolts and I died. I went, oh, I just threw away my win. It's over.
And we're back to Para.
Because I knew that I got rid of my one thing that could handle the stupid Haxorus.
Mm.
Battle Hex.
Ooh, stellar first impression.
Stellar first impression. Let's go. Goodbye.
Yep, bullet seals the deal for sure.
Ooh, that doesn't kill
It
us.
was so close.
Pretty unfortunate.
So really quick, if you had killed on that, would you have been able to take on Haxorus here, or was the first impression always going to one-shot you from full?
I think it was always gonna one-shot me because of the because it was banded and stellar.
Well, it didn't have the stellar
Yeah.
boost on
Well,
that
it didn't
one.
have the stellar boost
Yeah.
anymore. It did
Oh.
the first time.
It was gonna be close, but it was banded, so like it
Yeah.
would either it was really close to basically killing. But yeah, it came down to me accidentally sacking the Corv. I should have just let the Uxie die and then take out the Valiant or with like Ogre Palm. But it is what it is.
Yep.
Because then I could have just killed the Metagross and had an ear with the Blaziken and had a free switch to Corviknight, which would have just handled the Haxorus like it was nothing. So, yeah, I misplayed that end really badly. But Luca had some cool sets.
Some cool sets and definitely a close one. Off to our final battle. We got Carly here versus Zigludo. Who picked this battle and why?
I picked this one. I thought it was a good battle. There's an RNG moment that is pretty powerful, but other than that, it's a pretty good battle.
Oh, are we 3 for 3 on Blaziken this week?
That seems correct. Lots of Blaziken, lots of Iron Hands, a lot of Dragon Ball, a lot of Metagross, for sure. Any other mons you want to highlight here, talk about before we get into it?
I mean, I think Metagross is going to be really strong this season. I don't know why, but we saw the last battle, and then this battle he does a lot of work too.
Yeah, well,
Mon to watch.
we'll get into it. It's Mark versus the Bieber.
Jeez. Right through Reflect.
Oh, and we love watching Lando T get owned by fucking Clear Body. Goodbye. That's the RNG
Well,
moment. Anyway, we're past that now.
crit.
Yeah,
it was the crit.
That crit is tough.
Yeah.
Hey, look at it. It's doing its best thing. It's U-turning.
Oh shit, it's like the prophecy.
Without the crit, it would have done so much less damage, because,
Oh, yeah. But that's Mons.
yeah, Lando being around and mostly healthy would have been a very different game.
Oh, no.
I it probably wouldn't have been
honestly-
healthy, but
I honestly don't
Well,
know how much Lando does against
if
that
it-
team, though.
If he had ice punched on the Tinglu, man, he would have been. Zigludo would have been such a good position.
the screen to guy.
Get him.
Oh shit, he made a first
Oh
impression.
my god, it did so much damage.
It's not even banded damage. This is the crazy thing.
Holy.
Tinted Lens is, as they say in the school, a motherfucker.
Isn't Tinted Lens for resist, or am I thinking of the wrong one?
Gosh, it just straight up one shot.
Yeah. Who needs a fire move?
Or not Tinted Lens, he has, Technician, right?
No,
it is
it's
just
it's
one.
Swarm
Yeah,
or
right.
Tinted Lens.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's-
Tinted Lens didn't do anything for the Tinglu
Tinted
damage.
Lens wasn't anything for that damage. It was just that.
Oh no.
Low Kick's just kind of crazy.
Yeah. Fucking love that guy.
And here's the fraud, the Hatterene.
Yeah, we hate
Hatterene is a
Hatterenes.
fraud. I fucking hate that thing.
Me too, brother.
Like,
Yeah.
why do people draft that shit?
I drafted it like 3 times now, and I don't understand why I do any of the times.
Dude, I see people take it and they're like, oh yeah, this thing's great. I'm gonna make it Terra Steel and die to an earthquake instead of dying to a poison attack. It's like sick, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only time I feel like I've ever seen it be useful is like it nuzzles something and then like I don't know, it like red cards something sometimes, and you're like, woo.
Alright, up next, we got to look at the League 1 results for Week 1.
Yippee, I love results.
Other than the battles we covered, any battles you want to talk about here for a little bit?
Well, let's see what happened, brother.
Bro, I out prepped, out battled, out diffed. I suck. What's new?
His opponent brought the right laddie.
That's
That's
true.
true.
I'm the only one that got owned by Latias this week correctly.
Evan, I gotta
Thank
ask
you.
you,
Oh yeah, what's up?
how does it feel to be on a 3-0 win streak against Smarmy?
It feels kind of
Serious?
crazy as fuck.
This series is
Um,
insane.
Yeah,
Like,
series of
The
events.
double,
Last-
the three-peat. You took all 3. What kind of
So,
sweep is
For
that?
context, it's way funnier if I say this from Smarmy's perspective. For his last 4 battles in IPDL, 3 of them have been me. And he is, unfortunately for him, lost all 3. But they have been good battles every single time.
Oh yeah, they've been fun to watch. That's for sure.
And for a while, like the first few times I fought Smarmy, he definitely had my number. But it's been nice to kind of take the lead in our head-to-head score now.
The blooming rivalry.
So true. Yeah, SJ did win. He just said that in chat as well. Yippee for SJ.
Yippee starts his terror.
Starlight
I would also
keeping
like
it
to
really
say-
close though.
This
Yeah,
is my
but-
best performance in League 1 to date.
Yippee, yippee!
Yippee yippee.
Last time I was in League One, I won one battle and it was not this good. It was...
We're gonna go to League 2 next. Any battles you guys want to talk about here? Just highlight? Any comments?
I mean, congratulations, Art.
Yeah, I was terrified the whole time.
Yeah, why?
I don't know, it just felt like Surrey was just the scary guy, you know, being a finalist last season. I felt like I was so underprepped and just...
Coming in off of that, he's coming in off of that finals loss, Trudgery.
Mm-hmm.
I forget, Surrey was the one you also drafted for last season, correct, Cake?
Yes.
And he made a point to say that because he was drafting for himself this season, his performance would be worse.
That makes
Let's
sense.
see if that, let's see if that actually holds true. The other thing I want to point out is, yep, that's Garchomp.
Yep, that's Garchomp.
Yep, that's Garchomp. Ryan Pro with the 5-0 win over Firetra. The Ryan off happening week 1 is
It was
crazy.
the Ryan off.
And then Zard, being Zard, and the podcast favorite, going 3-0.
Zard not featured this
Zard,
week. What the heck?
Zard not on the podcast. No, that's a slow
No,
start.
because so I hate to say it, but Australian Ryan came back, so I'm gonna pick him every week now.
Oh, we got a new podcast. Fucking
I told you I
stable.
want to do. I want
But they're
to
in different leagues, you know?
Am I gonna do my my usual? I show up on like week 1 of the pod, then I disappear for like half the season.
Zard doesn't have Ray Lewis anymore. What's the point? That's so last season.
So fucked up. What I was gonna say is though, I do like the concept of trying to highlight someone and feature like a player throughout a season. So I kind of want to have a bit of a discussion about that maybe between episodes here and see who we'd like to try and feature for most of the season.
Seems like you already know who you want to try to feature for most of this.
Yeah,
season.
I'm not picking Australian Ryan. It'll just be the dub train all the way down.
I mean,
I can't
Holy-
I can't fight against the Australian Ryan because he's my
Fuck love
boy.
that guy. He's the GOAT.
Speaking of the GOAT, time to look at League 3. Any battles you want to talk about? I'll start with the controversy.
Oh shit.
Obviously,
Yeah,
we had the...
lost.
Yeah, the Bruxish lost. That was that was crazy.
Very, very sad. Pour one out for Bruxish. Immediately got Raichu canned. Spoil the little look ahead. It's not out yet because it only goes into effect next week. But
Yeah, very, very sad, very sad. But
Poor
yeah, Wrong Laddie brought down there between the Hunter and Mustard game. So unfortunately, it went from a 3-0 for Hunter to a 3-0 for Mustard. So remember to bring the right mons, kids.
It is unfortunate.
Any other thing you want to talk about?
great. I feel like I remember that result being different, but
The comeback will be crazy when he starts bringing the right.
bro,
Pokemon.
his team's good. His team's good. I don't know
His
why he
team's
needs
crazy.
to. I don't know why he thinks he needs to cheat to win. His team's good on its own.
I will say I think there's been a mistype down there. I'm pretty sure Button Guy won.
I'll get back to you on that. I'll look into that.
Yeah. I think we need to look into that. Do some investigating because God, I love Button Guy. Damn, L3 stacked with people I just love this season.
unfortunately, we didn't get Skyson winning. It's so sad.
Yeah, we did watch that battle though.
We did, but I'm still just sad because Skyson's team's cool.
And then, obviously, at this point, we would be going into trades, but as it is week 1, there is no trades. So, instead, let's talk a little bit about the new guidance on trade review and the hope for Latias, as it was titled. So, as we know, there's been a lot of discussion around it. But it seems trade roles are being adjusted to being kind of more, if a mon is between rounds 1 and 6, that you can try to trade for things from the pools, and it's kind of weird in involving Pokemons that would normally go round 1 to 6. And it seems like there's going to be a lot of like guidance into what can be traded still, but it should be within 2-ish rounds of where they normally go. So it seems like Latias has some hope. Does anybody want to talk about the actual thing they're doing with Latias?
Yeah, so the actual thing they're doing with Latias seems to kind of be like a raffle system. Right now, if you're in League 2, you can go to the League 2 trade chat and type, "I'm interested in Latias," to be entered into the raffle to receive the right to trade for it. You are then allowed to make an offer to staff about what you'd be looking to pick up or drop to pick up Latias. And then I think they can also approve and deny, and if they deny you, then I don't know if you're gonna get a chance to submit another request. They might just re-raffle. That part wasn't made very clear.
So we'll have to see what fully goes on there. We should see in the next 24 hours at least what happens.
Yeah. But my opinion about the I said if you're in League 2 SJ, you can go there. You're not in League 2.
You're gonna get us in trouble.
Yeah, so
I made sure to specify because I knew someone was gonna do it. Anyways, yeah, my whole opinion about the trade situation is it's just too much. It's too much oversight from staff, and I think trades shouldn't have to be that scrutinized. I think it's too heavy-handed.
well, we'll have to see what they decide.
I actually take a slightly different approach than Evan on that. I like that staff is being more open with what they are considering a fair trade, instead of just like leaving it nebulous, where people don't know what's going on. I like that they're taking a chance and not just like saying nope, or just like not dealing with anything when it comes to these sorts of off trades, but they're still being careful enough to keep there being any sort of like collusion or people abusing the trade system like they have in the past where we've had issues.
I mean, I'm glad they're being more transparent, right? If they're gonna have that kind of more structured approach to trades, I just think principle of it being a draft league, normal draft league rules should apply, and if something gets dropped to the pools, you should be allowed to pick it up for whatever the fuck you want to drop. I think there is too much oversight in our trades. And I understand that the whole trade reviews was implemented to stop people from team stacking, especially towards the end of a season. But I think it has gotten to be too much oversight. And it should be a little bit more free-flowing when it comes to trades.
Evan saying is down with big government.
I mean,
yeah,
look,
essentially. Down with
like-
big staff.
I like the openness. I'm right there in like camp number 1 for the like just let trades be trades, and if it's in the pools, it's free game. The openness is nice. Like that's realistic.
No, I 100% agree with that statement, right? Like if we're going to do it, I'd rather it be open.
Absolutely, and I'm right there with you. I'm for open trades, but at the same time, if that's what they want to do, that's not my place. I ain't staff. I don't gotta deal with it.
Yep.
Yeah, I've just been on the receiving end of having to deal with somebody super stacking their team at the end of a season, or like colluding with other people to get like a specific trade for them that makes their team like OP, and like the amount of headache and backlash that ended up going through in that process of dealing with it was just like, nope, we have to set some sort of ground rules.
I just think collusion is so easy to see when it's happening in a draft league. Like, the guy that's not in playoffs traded his 3 best mons to the guy in playoffs. Like,
Yeah, like
Well, it's just
I don't
like
know.
there was a one time where like a Rotom Wash was dropped to the pools when like Rotom Wash was like a round 2 pick, and it was like instantly picked up by the guy who already had like the best team in the league, just because they were the fastest one to see it. And because there was no rules there to stop it, it just sort of like, all right, I guess they have a round 12 Rotom, effectively.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that is the fairest way to handle that. If you're around and you see something go to pools, it is your right to have that mon.
I also am of the opinion that is how it should work. I think, first of all, if he had the best team already, what does it matter if he got a little bit better? He's already the best team.
I mean,
Second of all, I think
it
it's
seals
much.
their victory.
Does it? Well, it wasn't already sealed though. Like, if
I actually
it
think
was
the
so
person
great, why
did
does he
win
need
this
Rotom?
season.
Why does he need Rotom Wash if it's so great? He already had the best team.
I mean, just because you have the best team doesn't mean you can't make it better and cover up more of your matchup.
Yeah, I
Sure.
think Velocity's argument is a little bit flawed here, but like,
I just mean if it's already a scary team, you can only bring 6 Mons to the battle.
And the other thing, when you guys say about like in other draft leagues, like you're able to just pick stuff up and drop them as like needed. Like in most other cases, like, well, for one, in like pretty much every other draft league, Pokemon have point values. So when something gets dropped, like that's a 16-point Mon, you can't just like drop a 2-point Mon to pick up that 16-point Mon. You need to have the points to be able to pick it up. So like
I'm
our
not
league is a
talking
little
about
bit different.
Pokemon drafts.
I'm
talking about just drafting in general.
Yeah, they're more
Like, if
talking
you're
about
in a-
like
if you're in
sports
a
leagues.
Sports draft, and you drop a wide receiver to the pool, someone can pick that up.
I guess, but like that that like never happens.
Right, but it's still right, and it
And,
almost
like,
never
there's
happens
usually-
that someone
and
drops a
it's-
Latias to the pools, but it can happen.
My personal
And
opinion.
most of those leagues, like in most of those sports leagues, like when somebody does something like that, like they drop something stupid to the pool, like usually the whole league will stand up against them and be like, no, that's not okay. So
We'll have to see how the trades work out in the future. I'm of the mind that I'm not sure if I'm happy where they are now or where they were, but we will see where they go.
I don't think it's as easy to just slot in any given Mon into a team, and that's why trades don't happen for these high tier Mons. We're talking about Iron Trades, we're talking about Latias. It's not easy to fit in an exact equivalent exchange without tuning your team. Usually people's teams are tuned. I don't know,
During the draft.
the Iron Treads, like on my team last season, for example, I was switching out spinners, but my spinner was much lower tier, and like I get that, but like I couldn't just put Iron Treads in for anybody.
Yeah, and that's one of the bigger issues where when staff comes along and says, no, you can't make that trade, it's like, all right, but any other trade is just marginally not what I need. Right? Like, I'm not going to drop my round 2 special attacker for the round 2 spinner wall. Like, it's just not equivalent for me as a
There's
player.
so much team tuning in a draft league like this that I think rounds aren't the perfect solution. But I get they need a band-aid fix at this point, so it is what it is. If they're determined to not just have free trading.
Well, we'll see what fix actually works out in the end. But we gotta take a look at week 2 for League 1. Any of these
Good
matchups you're
discussion, guys.
excited about?
I mean, SJ versus I-90,
that's a banger.
that is a banger. Cake versus Armin should be fun, too.
Yeah, Kik, how do you feel about your matchup this week?
Armin has a super hyper offense team, and I'm sort of worried.
A little bit worried. Evan, how do you feel about your game versus Rex this week?
Well, so for me, honestly, it fully depends. Is Armin going to get the good RNG he didn't get last week, or is
Rex gonna get the bad RNG? Mhm.
Yeah, all right, then I feel great.
And Velocity, how do you feel going against Raging this week? What's the history there?
I don't think I've ever fought Raging in my life. I could be wrong. Somebody can check the
I
stats
think we can
on
fact check
but
that.
Well, how
if
do
it
you
was,
feel
it
going
was
into it?
really early on. I think I'm gonna get run over personally, but
Velocity already doom and gloom on the season.
hey man, the draft didn't go how I wanted. It's League 1. I'm not supposed to be. I'm a League 3 player, but we'll see what happens. I'll do my best.
I'm a League 3 player who just destroyed all of L2 last season.
All of L2?
He was like 9-2 or something like that, and made it to second round of playoffs.
Defeated me. Although I redeemed against Zard, I guess technically. One could argue Carly is the only one that came out of that league that against that team with a winning record.
He made it to round 3 of playoffs. Don't sell him short. Because he beat Zard, he beat me, and then he made it to
okay. He was cooking.
Right?
He was cooking.
Yeah.
It went far. Like, it was a good team. I'm just saying, you know. I look.
Right. I hate to say it, brother. I don't think you can claim to be an L3 player anymore.
But I want to have fun. I like the
You
funny
can have
guys.
fun. That doesn't. Yeah. Okay.
You can claim to be an L2 player.
Nah, I don't want to claim anything because then when I drop to L3, it looks bad.
Ooh.
This guy's hedging his bets. Fucking, it's gonna be crazy when you have a comeback season now and go 10-1.
Okay, bro. My only goal this season is to beat Evan. That's my only.
What the fuck? Dude, you beat me the last 2 times.
Yeah, I know. I gotta keep the money train rolling. I gotta keep something going.
All right, well, I'll have to fucking blow you up because you stole my Iron Crown.
It's fucking I-90's fault. He took my moth. My whole season exploded because of that shit.
Well, let's
imagine your whole season exploding because of round 2 of draft.
It's fucked up, man.
Let's get into the League 2 of things. Any battle you're excited here for? What's your most hype match coming out of League 2 this week?
Zig v Zard, kind of crazy.
Oh shit, the Z match.
Yo, Sop v Carly? That's gonna be good.
That is one thing to go hard. Although I did hear that they're gonna be fist fighting instead of Pokemon fighting, so.
Oh, even better.
Which might be just superior in every way, but we'll have to see.
Lego v Sal.
A lot of good matchups this week. Holy.
Yeah, even Ryan Pro v Suri.
League 2 is kind of stacked overall this season, I would say.
This is a scary League 2, man. I don't want to be in this one. Never mind.
I'm be honest. I look at every league that isn't, like, I don't know, the half of League 3 who's memeing, and I go, damn, I'm scared.
Oh, you gotta love the memers and dreamers, though.
Dude, I fucking love Hellborn. I fucking love Kimchi. They're all so good.
I miss them.
Going into L3 here. Evan, how do you feel that your 2 favorites are fighting each other this week?
I was good. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for you to switch to this slide. The match of the Titans. The actual prime time fucking pay-per-view match of the season. And I only had to wait 1 week for it. That's crazy.
But as one of the biggest fans, one of the biggest supporters of both these guys, which side would you be on for?
Which side of the arena are you sitting on, brother?
You gotta sit on one half. Which side are you sitting?
Whose jersey is it?
Fuck. I'm gonna have to go with Button Guy.
Well, that's good because Australian Ryan's my guy.
They each got somebody in their corner.
Ryan, but I can't just betray my guy like that. My Button Guy.
So I'm letting you guys all in on a little bit of something here. Australian Ryan spent this last season going to chef school so he could come back and be right in the kitchen the entire season.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Any other battles you're excited for coming out of League 3 here?
The Fish versus Hellborn? Are we kidding?
Oh shit, so true. There's so many good battles. Why is
the battles are crazy this week? Honestly, L1 probably has like the least amount of hype matchups. Which is crazy to say because, you know, so many heavy hitters are up in L1, but L2 and L3 just have some crazy games coming this week.
I'm really interested in seeing this season, or for League 3. I'm really interested in seeing if like shaders, like Snow Team, can actually like come together this week because it fell apart real hard against Australian Ryan.
What if we just make an exception and give him Excalibur?
I'm good on that. I don't think we need that in this league.
No, let's do it. Let's do it.
One thing I did want to talk about was that I did hear that there was a little bit of a grudge going on between Cruiser and Hunter. I saw Cruiser was apparently talking shit on Hunter a little bit, and Hunter got a little hyped up over it. Yeah.
Wait, which of the last 7 times was this?
It was last week. That's all I know.
Okay.
It's the last 7 times. Alright, alright.
They fucking go at it in chat constantly.
Do you think this match is going to be explosive this week? How do you think it's going to go?
I'm so excited.
I declined to comment because I have insider knowledge.
I'm so excited.
Well, I have insider knowledge too, but I'm not commenting on it.
So, who do you think becomes the bigger trash talker if they win after this?
Definitely whoever the winner is. It doesn't matter. It's
no, but I mean, like, say if Hunter wins, does he become the bigger trash talker than if Cruiser was the winner? You know what I mean?
So you're like, probably Hunter.
I'm gonna have to go with Hunter because if I'm honest, I don't think Cruiser sets out to talk as much trash as he does, but he does.
Yeah, Cruiser does it a little bit more unintentionally.
Right, and I don't think that level is gonna change just due to the amount of interactions they've had leading into the match. I think he'll still unintentionally talk the same amount of shit, and then it'll kind of just fizzle out like normal.
You know, yeah, you make good points.
I am. And that's basically what we got for this week. Is there anything else you guys want to comment on before we go?
Lassie, you have anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think I have anything.
Well, it looks like that's all we got for week 1.
It was a fun week 1. We got a lot of fun
Great
sets
week 1.
already coming out at the beginning of the season. That's really cool.
There is definitely some cooking going on. But once again, appreciate everybody for joining today. We'll see you on the next podcast next week. Good night, everybody.
Peace out.
Good night.